I've had quite the long day. Hello everybody. I'm here to show you another seed haul. I just received this right now in the mail. And honestly, I've had an extremely long day. And all I'm gonna say is I was about to do dishes. Very sadly. I don't know, I felt like a servant wench woman. Not that anyone was forcing me to do the dishes, but it's just been such a long day and such a tiring day, and I had a migraine all day, and it just got to the point where I just was like, I'm just gonna do the dishes, and this is probably gonna be the most exciting thing I do today. And lo and behold, I got a package in the mail and it was seeds. So I ordered some seeds from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, which, if you don't know, they're a great seed company. They sell a lot of varieties that are more tailored to the southern climate, so that's why I decided to place an order with them. Our growing season is starting soon. Wow, okay. So right now we're still kind of like in the middle. Oh, and I'm sorry for this mess. I'm in my office, so that's like all my shipping stuff, and the pretty side is that way, but that has the worst lighting. This has the best lighting, so sorry. I'm getting prepared for the growing season now coming up. August, I begin starting some seeds, and it's the very end of July. I have my cats meowing outside my office door, so I'm sorry about that too. Anyway, I'm getting myself organized and together for what I want to be growing now, starting our peak growing season. I've cleared a lot of things out of the garden, really cleared out a lot, and I'm really just prepping the soil and getting everything ready. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to get some mulch and some fresh dirt to help refresh some of the beds, and hopefully I can start getting some seeds started soon. Not yet, because technically we're still at the end of July, and this would be really early if I started. Usually I start seeds in August, which is still considered early. However, I've had really good success starting my tomato seeds at that time, and I have been growing for a really long time, and I get many harvests. So by the time they actually get hit with disease and die, I'm like sick of tomatoes, which is great. So let me show you some of the things that I bought. I got some interesting weird things, and to be honest, I don't really remember everything that I got right now, so we'll remember together. Anyways, first and foremost, I got 2 calendula seed packs. This is Resina calendula, and if you can tell by the name Resina, these types of calendula have the highest resin like levels in them. So it says oh, it doesn't really tell you, actually it doesn't really tell you shit. Like the Baker Creek ones have more of like a little fun thing in the back. This doesn't really say anything. It just says calendula fades in deep summer heat, reseed in midsummer for fall harvest. That's not really for us. We're kind of like the opposite. For edible flowers, use the brightly colored outer petals. The white interior is bitter. Okay. The flowers are used as a food color, natural dye substitute for saffron, and are often added to soothing lotions and cosmetics. Deadhead to encourage blooming. So this year I told myself, especially in light of all the Morning Glory products that I've been making, I really wanted to plant a lot of calendula in the garden. Last year I did pretty good, but this year I wanted it to be like a lot. Like I want to have like a whole bed. And when I found the Resina calendula, anyway, it's supposed to have a lot more resin, so a lot more medicine in it than that regular calendula. So let's hope that that's true. 2 packs. I want to plant a lot of them. I got Tiger Eye bean. So I think this is more of like a dried bean, because I was thinking, and can we just talk about the seed packets? Like, what? How? I'm in love with that. This is so cute. Anyway, so the Tiger Eye bean, let's see. Wow, it doesn't tell you anything about them. I'm kind of disappointed in that, actually. Southern Exposure, they don't give you, because like there's like no picture, and then it doesn't even tell you anything fun about it. It just tells you like how to direct sow it, how to transplant it. So I'm gonna have to just go by what I remember. A Tiger Eye bean really used as a dried bean, good for soup. You know I'm gonna try to make some frijoles out of this shit. But it's tiger-eye because it has like fancy stripes on it. So it's like a red bean kind of, you know, like a kidney bean, but with stripes. So I thought it looked really beautiful, but it's also fundamentally a red bean, which I know how to cook great. So there you go. Oh, I actually got beets this time around too, which I never ever do. So I got Early Wonder Tall Top. Okay, so this is why I had gotten this one. So I wanted to get beets in general to try growing them. I never try growing them because it takes a really long time and they like the cold, and we obviously don't have a lot of cold here. But I recently saw somebody on my Instagram who lives not too far from me, and she grew beets and she was successful. Now, more than anything, I want to grow the beets because I want to eat the beet greens. They are really delicious and you can saute them and just cook them like any other green. So to me, it's kind of like a double whammy. I'm almost going to try to just grow it for the greens, just in case that they don't really bulb or the beet itself is like not that great. I'll still at least get the greens out of it. So, okay. So I got 2 beets. Crosby Egyptian is one of them. And it says here on the website, the parent strain of the Egyptian beet was introduced from Germany in 1865. The Crosby Egyptian became commercially available in 1880 after seedsman James Gregory purchased this beet from market gardener Josiah Crosby. This variety has been selected and refined over the years. Roots grow 3 to 5 inches. They're very flattened in shape and grow virtually on the surface of the soil. Their roots have a dull red skin and dark red interior. So I thought that was really cool, where it says like this variety obviously has been selected and refined over the years. That's just cool, but also that it grows virtually on the surface of the soil and it's flattened in shape. I thought that was great because maybe then I can grow it somewhere where I don't have a huge, like, deep area. So something where it's like a little bit more shallow, maybe I can grow that one. And Early Wonder Tall Top Beet. This one says it's from 1911, used for early spring sowings. This versatile beet has choice tall tops for greens and small to medium-sized dark red roots for salads, pickles, borscht, or sliced for cooking. So a good standard, nice little beet. I also got a Wild Garden lettuce mix. So I got a couple lettuce mixes. Ooh. Look at this. This is like a nice little pack and it comes with like rubber bands on it. I love just getting lettuce mixes. I prefer growing cut and come again lettuces as opposed to like a head of lettuce, for example. I am very limited in space and they seem to grow fast and I could just harvest like right away. So I feel like I'm eating more salad that way. So this is cool. So I got a Wild Garden lettuce mix. It just looked pretty in the picture, to be honest. I'm really not picky. I'm gonna eat it. It looks great. So there's this. And then this is the Summer Mesclun collection. So I got this specifically because I have a feeling we're gonna have a little bit of a hotter winter this year than normal, let's say. And these plants, well, these greens kind of go a little, they can tolerate the heat a little bit more. So we've got Tatsoi, which is delicious. That's like an Asian green. It kind of looks like little like bok choy kind of. Magenta Magic Orak. I've never grown that. I've seen it before. I've never grown that. Butter Crunch Bib lettuce. That sounds delicious. And new. But what is this? Oh, how do I say that? Anyway. This is fun because I don't know what the hell any of this looks like. Paris Island romaine lettuce and Jericho romaine lettuce. I'm probably just gonna eat these as they pop up. But this is fun. It's really fun buying mixes like this. And what I like to do personally when I plant lettuce is I will open these packs up, pour them all into a bowl, mix them around, and then I will heavily sow the lettuce in a little bed that I've prepared. And as they sprout and they start growing, you can just harvest them like microgreens, which will allow other ones next to it to grow larger. And you just keep harvesting and keep eating. So that's how I like to plant them. I like to sow them really densely. So I got a mortgage lifter tomato, which is pretty, a lot of people grow this one. Mortgage lifter because these are really large slicing tomatoes, like they're really big. But I got this one because it's disease resistant. And I'm gonna try growing some more disease resistant and nematode resistant varieties of tomatoes this year. So if you know any really good nematode resistant tomato varieties, please put them in the comments below because I really want to focus on that. I just have nematodes and I'm sick of losing tomato plants to nematodes every single year. So the mortgage lifter is, no, it doesn't say. Anyway, I have a feeling this is kind of large. But the other one I got was yellow centiflora cherry tomato. Let me look this one up really quick so I can see. In general, cherry tomatoes always do better than like larger tomatoes, slicing tomatoes in our heat, in our climate. But moreover, I find that just my personal preference is I really like having a bunch of little fruit, a lot of production of little fruit that I can snack on throughout the growing season, as opposed to spending my entire growing season trying to grow less larger tomatoes. And then if you don't eat the whole tomato in one sitting, it always gets like weird. You like let it sit and then there's a chance that it's just gonna go bad before you can eat it because they're so monstrous. So I do like the slicing tomatoes, but I usually just do like one. And then all the rest of my tomato plants, I focus on cherries. I just really enjoy eating them. They're easy to share too with others. You just pick a whole medley of them in a bag or in a bowl and seeing the beautiful colors and all the different flavors, more acid, more sweet. I prefer it. I think it's great. So these yellow centiflora cherry tomatoes says they're a semi-determinate. Now, if you don't know what that means, determinate means it stays short and fat. Indeterminate means it grows long like a vine. So semi-determinate means you're somewhere in the middle. It's not a full determinate where it's going to stay short and fat, but it's not going to be crazy. It's going to be a little bit crazier than determinate, I guess. Large clusters of golden yellow fruits with pointed tips. I like that too, that little shape with the little tip there. It's super cute. Short but highly variable plants range from 1 to 5 feet tall. Shortest plants have lower yield, that makes sense. Good disease resistance results in extended harvest. One of the most distinctive tomatoes we have grown. A man named Alan Capeller created this tomato. It's a cross from Sun Gold and Red Centiflora. I don't know. Let's see. I did buy this because it was disease resistant, but now I can't find on the website what diseases exactly it said. Regardless, they look delicious. I've never grown them before. Sun Golds are one of the most popular tomato varieties out there, and this cross between Sun Gold and Red Centiflora just sounds so delicious. So I'm trying that out. So that's what I got from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. A nice little pack so I can start some seeds. I just placed another order very recently with Baker Creek for a couple wild variety weird things I had my eye on actually last year, and I couldn't get my hands on because that's when they like first came out, so they were super sold out. And this year, especially now since most of the United States is kind of like they're like in their growing season now, and like, you know, it's spring, it gets really heated, everybody's buying seeds, everyone's excited, right? So for us it's kind of cool because our growing season starts so late that the rest of the US is kind of dying down while we're getting geared up. So I got in there and I got some cool rare shit that like I said, it was sold out last year, which I can't wait to try as well. I will say I really appreciate that Southern Exposure always wraps their seeds in their seed catalog pages. Like, what a way to reuse and recycle. Anyway, this is gonna go in the compost, but I hope you guys like these videos. I just can't help but share when I get new seeds in the mail. I just want you guys to know what I'm growing, get you guys inspired. Maybe there's some varieties that you're growing that you're really excited about. Please put them in the comments because I want to try really wild, weird shit, you know. Let's do it. Let's inspire each other. This made my day better. But now I'm gonna go do the dishes, so till the next one.